ahead and start this thing off, because at 4:13, if you've been waiting to do a hand-assembled timepiece from Vostok, Craig Hester is here. How you doing?
I'm good.
I didn't know how else to introduce you, so I just thought I'd just let a couple things roll off.
Whatever. I mean, you know, I'm excited to be working with you again. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been too long. Yeah.
It's
we
really
always have fun
when we get everybody here. But very rarely do we get you here because all of these pieces are hand-assembled.
Everybody we work with is a boutique brand. I mean, in the true definition of boutique. They build only a few thousand watches a year. You would not say any watch I bring in is mass-produced. Vostok-Europe, for those who are not familiar, is based in Vilnius, Lithuania. They really are the only watchmaker of their kind in that part of the world. Mm-hmm. Our company, the Détente Watch Group, we bring in watches from Eastern Europe and Russia. This particular brand, Vostok-Europe, is by far our largest brand, and for a lot of good reasons. They build amazing watches, and they have the Russian heritage, but they have an Eastern European flair. And as we were talking about before the show, every single watch is, as you mentioned, is hand-assembled in Vilnius, Lithuania. And Tim and I were there in October. I took Tim
That was
Temple.
probably
That was a great trip. I took Tim Temple and Gary Gerdvanis, who's the publisher of About Time magazine. In fact, he's doing a cover story on the trip in Vostok-Europe for his Basel edition of About Time magazine. We're getting 10 full pages and the cover. But anyway, we need to talk about the watch.
And let me do this really quickly, because if you're on the line, you just saw hundreds of other watches. This watch, I'll tell you right now, we have fewer than 50 of these. So, I mean, get ready, because these are all limited edition. You know, we're going to talk about the tritium tombs and mineral crystals, but the truth is, I love how you kind of take us through these timepieces. Well,
yeah, or you want me to put it on?
I can absolutely.
Okay.
I can absolutely have it over here.
This particular piece, this is the Anchar. Every Vostok-Europe has a story. They build the watch around a theme, something inspiration from Russia. This particular watch is named for the fastest submarine ever built, which is the Anchar. Now, anybody who's been watching me over the years knows the Anchar has been around a while. What's different about this one? First of all, this is a part of the signature Cyrillic collection. I had a lot of guys constantly asking me, you know, Vostok-Europe is from Eastern Europe, but they only use English on their watches. When are you going to get them to do something Cyrillic? So I went to Igor, and yes, his name is Igor. I went to Igor and I said, hey, let's do a Cyrillic collection. So this is actually exclusive to us. You don't get these watches anywhere else.
This isn't sold anyplace else?
This isn't sold anyplace else. These are built for our company with all Cyrillic. The only non-Cyrillic on this watch is where it tells you that it's the MB Microtech, because it has to be in English. So this is a part of the signature Cyrillic collection. As you see, everything on the back is all in Cyrillic. The other thing that's special about this one is this is the first watch that Vostok-Europe has done the new ice blue tritium tubes, and I think we should have a loom shot of this watch. I'm hoping the guys can pull it up. That's not one I didn't print out, but I had sent in a loom shot, because it's just this beautiful, cool blue on the... You don't have a loom shot on it? Oh, okay, well, take my word for it, guys. It's this beautiful, cool, and I mean cool, it is cool, but I mean cool as in like cool versus warm. In the color.
Well, and I got to tell you, I'm glad you did it then on the white dial.
Oh, and on the white dial, it's just stunning.
It's fantastic. Tell everybody if they're unfamiliar even with tritium tubes.
Well, tritium gives you the constant illumination, and of course now there are a lot more of the brands are doing it. Android does it, Deep Blue, Invicta, so they're a little more familiar with that. But yes, it is a glass tube that is laser sealed, and it gives you the constant illumination. He found the loom online. Okay, yeah, you got to see this. The ice blue on this is just, it's this warm, beautiful tone on this tritium. And that's the newest color from MB Microtech. Mm-hmm. So you're getting it for your first chance to get that in a Vostok-Europe. And I always like to bring my little parts from the watches. In this particular case, I brought the actual dial, so you could really see that white without the intrusion of the crystal okay, and there you go. You can see the white, just how Duca white this is. And then here's the stadium for the deep dish, and you can see just how deep dish it is. Now, I brought this one this way without the tubes in it on purpose, because what I wanted to show is that these tubes are actually all hand applied into these spaces on the dial.
That's interesting.
So there's just so much that goes into the actual assembly of these watches. You know, and when I say hand assembled in Vilnius, Lithuania, I mean, we were there in October. I brought a couple of pictures of the guys putting the watches together.
Yeah.
If we can show that. And actually, I will give a plug. Tim took these shots. For those of you who don't know, Tim is an amazing photographer. But this is a watchmaker in Vilnius putting together one of the watches. Every component is hand assembled. You know, a lot of the watches on the market today are kitted together in Hong Kong. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I want to be clear. Some of the best watches on the market are kitted together in Hong Kong. It's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It's just a different, this is why people collect different watches and different watch brands and different kind of levels of watches.
Right. Part of my point in saying that is, you know, we are a little more expensive than the average watch you see on Shop HQ. I make no bones about that. Well, there are reasons for that. It's a boutique brand. They're not building thousands upon thousands of watches. And you're paying a little extra for that hand assembly. It's 6 Russian and Eastern European watchmakers sitting in this room in Vilnius, Lithuania. Well, they have to pay for those watchmakers. You know, all of that.
But that's what is exciting. And look, I know we're going to run out of time on this watch, and I need to be clear. There's fewer than 24 now available, and I just need to do this really quickly because I didn't even say what you get in here. It's going to come on this strap. And this silicone.
Comes on the silicone.
It comes with the leather.
With the leather, with the 2 tools to change it. It comes in the dry box, which this is a true dry box. It is not. It's very well made. And what else do you get? And it's an automatic. It's the automatic. It's the NH35.
Perfect.
And it's 48 millimeters.
Done. This is
300 meter water resistant. We didn't.
You always think like that 8 minutes is going to be long enough to talk about.